Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. It is game day. The third Saturday in October is here. We have talked about this game from every different angle possible. We have had Ben McKee from GoVols 247 in the house. We've had Eric Kane from VolQuest. We had JD Piquel come on the show and break down this game. And there's one common theme all week long that everybody is in agreement on, and that's Tennessee has every opportunity available to go down there to Tuscaloosa and come out with a win. Tennessee has so much to play for. The entire season is still on the line. You start with Alabama at 3:30 today. 3:30, CBS, electric environment, national audience. Everybody is going to be watching this football game at 3:30. This team, man, I said all last year, just drink it in, enjoy the ride. This year, 5-1, still everything to play for, and a lot of criticisms about this football, a lot of criticisms about Joe Milton, but the bottom line is you go out and take care of business at 3:30. You've got everything in front of you. You're going to be favored in every game from here on out, other than Georgia, who's going to come to Neyland Stadium. You find a way to get that W today, you're going to be rocking and rolling when Georgia comes to town a little bit later in the season. We're going to talk about this football game, what I think Tennessee needs to do to win it, but as always, do me a favor, smash that thumbs up just below the video. It's quick, free, and easy. It does help this channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you are new to the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We're not media. We don't talk at you here. We talk with you. If you enjoy the content, make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You're not going to miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. We'll be live later today. Tailgate show, fan call-in show, an hour before kickoff. Be here for a part of that. And then also immediately following the game, we'll be doing the post-game show. Tune in for that as well. But let's jump into it. Let's talk about this matchup between Tennessee and Alabama coming up at 3:30. Alabama, the line down to 9 now, favored by 9, and that's an interesting number because, again, as we have talked about this thing all week long, how they match up on paper. Alabama scoring 30 points a game. Tennessee scoring 32 points a game. Alabama on defense only gives up 16 points a game, but guess what? This Tennessee defense only giving up 17 points a game. Very close matchup across the board statistically, whether you're talking about yards gained through the air, you're talking about passing defense, rushing defense. Where Tennessee has one big advantage is they lead the SEC in rushing yards per game at 231.3 yards per game. Alabama only running the football for 148.4 yards per game. So can Tennessee go down there to Tuscaloosa and establish the running game? Because we look at what Tennessee's done so far this season. They ran for 287 against Virginia, win. 228 against Austin Peay, that's a win. 300 yards against UTSA, win. You see a theme here? South Carolina, 238. Texas A&M, 232. The one game that they came out with a loss, Florida, they only ran the football for 100 yards. Now, one factor in that, obviously you didn't have Cooper Mace for most of the first half of this season, but you got him back now. He is firing on all cylinders. He is the anchor. He is the leader of that offense. Obviously, you did not have him for the Florida game, but also you were without Gerald Mincey. Injuries are going to be a part of this game. Omar Norman-Lott expected to be back. I think he's going to make a big impact on that defensive line. Gerald Mincey, not 100%, but he is expected to play in this football game. How healthy is he? Because I think he is a big factor in getting this ground game going. Also, Andrej Karic looks like he is going to be out. Ollie Lane going to get his third straight start at left guard. Ollie Lane has got to clean up the mistakes. He's got to clean up the penalties, and both of these football teams are heavily penalized football teams. You are going to have to clean that up. Tennessee tied for 119th in the country, 8 penalties per game. Alabama's at 97th, 6.86 penalties per game, but you're going on the road, right? You're going on the road, hostile environment. Tennessee's got to clean up the pre-snap stuff. You can't be going out there looking at 1st and 15. You can't pop a run on first down and get called for holding, and now you're looking at 1st and 20. Tennessee cannot get behind the sticks. You got to stay on target. You got to put yourself in, 2nd and manageable, 3rd and manageable. Don't put it on Joe Milton. That's coming up a little bit later in this video. Joe Milton is going to have to make some plays today, but don't make him do too much. Don't send Joe Milton out there with that hostile environment where he's got to convert a 3rd and 12, a 3rd and 15. Let's make it 3rd and manageable, and you start that by running the football and play disciplined football. Let's talk about this Tennessee defense because I think they're going to make an impact in today's game. Giving up 17 points a game. That's good for 18th in the country. Less than 200 passing yards a game. Now, we know what the numbers look like last year. This year, less than 200 passing yards per game, 28th in the country. 105 yards on the ground, 20th in the country. 17th overall in the country, total yards allowed. Top 5 in quarterback sacks. And it's not just the sacks, it's the way you are impacting the game. The pressure rate against Max Johnson last week, 64%. James Pierce has taken over football games. Today, he is going to be lined up across from a true freshman at tackle. A true freshman is responsible for blocking James Pierce. I think he's going to have himself a day. This Tennessee defense has the opportunity to take over this football game. We've talked it all week long. The identity of this team, run the football. Can you do that if Gerald Mincey's not 100%? Play solid defense. One of the top defenses in the country. Top 20 defense, total yards allowed. 18th in the country in points allowed. Play physical defense. Win the running game. It all starts at the line of scrimmage. You know, that was a great question that Coach Jay asked Ben McKee yesterday on the live stream, Friday morning live stream. How much is it the defensive line is making the secondary's job just a little bit easier? I think Tennessee's going to go down there to Tuscaloosa today, and they're going to play good defense, and I think they're going to run the football. But I think ultimately it's going to come down to whether or not Joe Milton can make a play. And can he do it? Can he do it on the road when it counts? I think he can do it. Do you have the confidence that he can do it? We've talked about his numbers all year, where he's at. 12th in the SEC in passing yards, 10th in the SEC in completion percentage, 14th in yards per passing attempt, 11th in QBR. The thing about Joe is we say just manage the game. You don't have to do too much, right? Just go down there, protect the football. Don't turn it over. The problem is he's turned the football over 3 times in the last 2 games. You can't do that. You cannot turn the football. If you play undisciplined football and you turn the football over against Alabama, there's no way Tennessee comes out with a win. Joe Milton on the year, 112 of 182 for 1,264 yards, 10 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Joe just needs to manage the game. And I like what J.D. Piquel said, came on, did a little preview. If you missed that, I'll tag it up at the end of this video. Make sure you go back and watch it. JD's always a blast to talk ball with. Get Squirrel White involved. He said if you want to take the pressure off of Joe Milton, get Squirrel White involved early. Some easy throws over the middle. Some of the quick stuff on the outside. Get Squirrel White going. Make that Alabama defense stretch out wide, and then you're going to be able to run the football. I think Tennessee's going to be able to run the football regardless. I think that's the identity of this football team. The 3-headed monster, Jalen Wright, Jabari Small, Dylan Sampson, feed them. Get them going early. All 3 of these guys, man. Jalen Wright averaging over 7 yards per carry. Dylan Sampson, 6.1. Jabari Small, 5.5. Get those guys going early. Take the pressure off of Joe. When Joe has to make a throw, give him something easy. And on the flip side of that, wide receivers, do your job. Clean it up. The drop Keaton had a week ago, you can't do that stuff against Alabama and come out with a win. And some people want to say when you come on here and talk post-game about what happened in the game, well, you won. Just be happy. Yeah, you won that one. Tennessee's 5-1, and they still have everything to play for. But you go down to Alabama, you play undisciplined football, you drop footballs, you turn the football over, you're not coming home with a win. The beautiful thing is about this game is Tennessee has every opportunity to win it. And how many times in the past 10 to 15 years have we come on here to talk about Tennessee, Alabama, 3rd Saturday in October, and you just want to keep it close? That ain't the case today. They're going down there to win a football game. Do you think they can come out with the win? What is the key as we sit here on Saturday morning? Is it Joe Milton? Is it the running game? Is it the defense? This thing's about Tennessee. It's not about Alabama. What do you think the keys to success are? Do me a favor, smash the thumbs up on the way out the door. Jump over in the comment sections. I want to hear what you guys think about this football game. Give me your final predictions for Tennessee, Alabama, 3rd Saturday in October. Also, go check out the merchandise. What better time to pick up a Buck Fama shirt or a Beat Bama shirt or all the other stuff is there for you at bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. Also, the link is in the description below. Hey, we got a tailgate show coming up at 2:30. Fan call-in show. You guys get to come on here, hang out, talk a little Tennessee ball. Make sure your membership is up to date. Hit that join button down below. You can give as little as $1 a month. Just $1, you get custom Talkin VAWLS emojis. You get a Power T beside your name, access to the fan call-in show. But we send that link out to Talkin VAWLS Elite and higher right out of the gate. So the more you give, the quicker you get on. It's always a blast talking ball with you guys. And then again, we'll be live immediately following the game. But that is going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. We don't give a damn about the whole state of Alabama. Go Big Orange.